Welcome back to MK Sportscars. It's build time again. Another Suzuki Hayabusa build to add to the portfolio. The Yamaha is getting its shades put on. Hello, aero screen. Meanwhile, the Honda S2000 is busy breaking the sound barrier. The Mazda MX-5 demo has its boots lined up and they're ready for walking. Don't go anywhere, guys. You don't want to miss it. Right guys, welcome back to MK Sportscars. We are back in the workshop. The sun is out and spring is around the corner. Awesome. And guess what? We're standing over here with the RX-5 MC. It's got the R15EY engine in it. We spoke about it. We was going to put it up for sale. Well, we didn't even get it up for sale. It's sold. Amazing enough. It's first person to come and see it. Just popped in by off chance, see if we had any cars and bought it. So, but if you want a car like this, you can build them at home in your own garage. Why wouldn't you? It's a cracking little car, only weighed like, I think it was 470 kilos. It was 480 kilos in full IVA spec. So it's probably around 460, 470 kilos, very light, goes really well. Customer was super impressed with it on his test drive. I think it actually made him a bit of a queasy stomach, so that was interesting. But now Peter's on with, what you got there, Peter? That's the last job of it. One of the last jobs, we're batting this up. So we're fitting one of our carbon blade aero screens on this. Here, that'll be bolted on, well, in the next 5 minutes. Some wind mirrors to go on it, full check over, fluids, oils, etc. And then she's going to be sent off to the lucky customer. Right guys, over here at the other unit with the storage here, we've got this chassis. So it's an India RR. This is hashtag Ted's car. This is the next one to start in the build bay. So do you know what? It's having the bells, the whistles, and even the kitchen sink thrown at this one. Can't wait to start the build. Let's get it loaded into the workshop bay. Right, back over here, as you just saw, this has landed. So this is Ted's, hashtag Ted's car. Going to start in the build bay along with hashtag Brian's, who's next to it here. Both going to be booster cars, both Indy RR, round tube, rose jointed chassis. It's got 50mm cage with side impact bars, but also has a roll bar here. Ready? It's going to have both options available on this because you can bolt them off and bolt them on. It's going to have all the Bluetooth paddle shift on this as well. Nice Gen 2 booster, makes, you know, good solid 200 plus horsepower. Again, pretty much similar spec to hashtag Brian's, which is next door, and that build. So this is going to start now, literally as of this afternoon. So fantastic, looking forward to seeing this one progress. Right, while we're over here on the chassis side of things, well, let's go into the chassis schedule. It's up. No, there actually, there it is. So that you can see we're moving along with projects, etc. And if you want to get yourself in those queue, of course, hook us up on a phone call and email. Happy to oblige. Or, now the sun's shining, come down, have a look, and have a look at one of the chassis yourself. Right guys, let's get on with it. In the workshop here, what we got? Well, it's the black RX-5 time. Mazda 1.8, as you know, was in the middle bay there. It's now come out here. Roll cage has been taken off. We're going to be bolting on the roll bar for it. Adrian's now on with the geo of the car. We've got it all running, put it on, new header tank, brake lines in, everything else is getting buttoned up and tidied up. Obviously, interior bits to finish off. as well, but we thought while we're here, let's get it on the ground, get it all set up for geo, make sure it rolls, etc. And then we can continue with just finishing off the interior and the roll bar to be bolted on. So yeah, she starts, she's good. Getting a few weeks away. Adrian's done a great job in trying to bring this back to where it needs to be in terms of spec, fit and finish, and we'll be IVA before we know it. Right, here we go, over hashtag Project Nigel's car. Oh, carrying on as normal, getting bits done as we do. Main thing is, obviously, Inji Bay, you know, but she's, as you can see, she's on the ground now. We're just fettling some bits and bobs. Going to be changing the wheels and tyres for him for a different combination. We've done the wing stays and mock-up with those. They'll come off, because I think you're going to have some, he was on about some slicks and some 15-inch wheels for the road. So this is being buttoned up in the Inji Bay, and I'm going to come back to that in a second. Interior we've seen before, that was the centre tunnel, the nice padded seats with the logos on. Boot box is being fettled and fitted in as well now, so we've just got some final fitment to do on that. That'd be nice, and then we can finally get the roll cage all fettled in and fitted up. So, but what we're going to do now, we're going to jump on, see if she fires. Right, here we go then. Ignition on, in neutral. This is running the Motorsport Electronics ECU, so it's the first one we have done with the S2000 engine, etc. Been working with the guys there quite closely. It's a very good ECU, very, very good ECU. We use it on all course, all the Mazdas, the K20, etc. Proven solution. So we thought, right, let's tackle it with the S2000. It's all plug and play loom. Fantastic job. And now, today, now she's all wired in, press the start button. There's no silencer on here, so she's pretty noisy. And there we have it. Oh my goodness. Mad Max meet S2000. That's awesome though. Now she's fired, we can carry on with the next procedures, finally start getting things buttoned up and final details now. Fit all the wiring back up. Bulkhead panels already been pre-fitted on this car. We get the bulkhead on, finish. Now it's on the ground, we get the brakes all bled up. So yeah, hashtag Project Nigel, here we come. Right, hashtag Brian's car here. Excuse the noise, we are working. So yeah, we're on with this, and what we're doing, front suspension, but we're putting a different bolt in here. This is for the anti-roll bar, this is all tapped. So we've got a blade anti-roll bar system that goes in. So Pete's just swapping them out. They're bolted in temporarily. Front uprights are on, side panels are on, engine, as you know, is in. Scuttle's all mounted. Bulkhead has all been cut in position. Pedal box steering link bar has been trial fitted, just ready to paint that up and finish that up. Flat shifters on here. Got the electronic pedals that's going in there on the flat shifter system, which is pretty darn cool, and that's going to be same as Ted's as well. Scuttle's in, seats in. As you know, the back end was buttoned up right the way through, and we run a 338 diff in this. Normally run a 338, as I said to you last week. It's got a 362. It's going to be more of a sprint car. This will have a 338 in Ted's one. This is going to be more built for acceleration and it's got all the wheel woods on the back, wheel woods on the front, fuel tank in, diff oil is done. We've put all of that in as well. So yeah, starting to come together. We did have it on the ground, done a basic setup, and then we put it back up on one of our lifts. Now, obviously you've got the old line lock in there as well. So seats are on runners, nice and easy. Adjustment on those, bulkhead in, starting plumbing in some of the wiring for all the other bits that need to go in for the main feeds, battery kill switches as well. So yeah, coming together nicely. Well, if you don't feel like building one, you want a built car already, well, guess what? We've got some cars for sale still. So I'm sure Anna will post them up for you there, or jump on our website page there, cars for sale. We've got an Arian, we've got a Shaman, we've got a couple of Mazda RX-5s cars as well, standard cars for sale. Unfortunately, the R11 has now sold, but they'll be available. So next we're going to talk about events. Don't forget we've got going on track days at Landown, Blighton Park, but also we've got a Stoney Kit Car Show coming up. That's really zooming towards the May Bank holiday. Looking forward to that. And Newark, that's all rolling in as well. So you'll be able to come and see the cars in flesh if you can get out there and venture out to us at either of the shows. And if you can't get to the shows, guess what? Come down and see us here.
Would you like your car on the stand at the Stoney Kit Car Show? We're looking for 3 bike engine cars to join us on the stand, and you could be one of them. If you'd be happy to show off your pride and joy and give people a first-hand account of what it's like to own and build one of these cars, then get in touch with me today, because you could be joining us on the stand.
Well, it's great to see the Mazda Turbo hit the dyno, good numbers, loads of torque. Looking forward to doing a little test drive out on that car. And again, if you want turbo conversion kits and stuff like that, of course we do have stuff here. Sometimes we've got it on the shelf ready to go, sometimes it's to order. So if you want to get one of those parts, maybe hook us up on a phone call and email first off, and we try and give you that steering direction. That's it for this week, guys. Guess what? Like, share, subscribe. Catch you next week.